Hey guys, what's going on? So today I've had a request from a guy in the Facebook group asking if I could do like a quick overview of what's been going on in Jeff Bishop's Bullseye Trades Unlimited. So for you guys that follow the channel, I've done a lot of stuff on the Bullseye Trades, which is the much lower cost $99 a year subscription. Basically every week he just gives one trade, and it's been going well until recently where we've had a string of losses. So you guys are probably pretty familiar with that. If you're new to the channel, I'll leave a link so you can go and check out this full track record for Bullseye Trade Weekly. And this is where the distinction comes in, is there's two Bullseye trades, right? There's the weekly, which is just one trade alert every Monday, which is really good, and I follow it pretty much every week without fail. And then there's the upgrade, which is the Bullseye Unlimited service, which I've also joined. But unfortunately, I can't keep track of everything, so I haven't had a chance to really fully go through every single trade, and I don't really take any of the Bullseye Trades Unlimited, but I do have them. So we got a request in the Facebook group recently, about half an hour ago, from Glen. He says, "Hey Russell, Jeff Bishop says he's been killing it lately in Bullseye Unlimited. I'm not a member of that. Do you think it's unusually hot?" I'm just saying, hey, I'll do a video, and that's what I'm doing right now, just to kind of go through what I see in the dashboard and kind of give an overview. This is a complicated service though, so there's many parts to it, and that's what makes it very difficult to review and to give people a really good idea of whether it's for them or not. So I've already written a review about it, so here's the Jeff Bishop Bullseye Unlimited review, and I'll leave a link in the description so you can go and read about it. It gives an overview of what you actually get. I'll give a very brief overview, and then let's dive into some of the trades that are more recent so you can kind of see how they've been doing, and to give Glen a little bit of a heads up on what's going on in Bullseye Unlimited. And if you want to join the Facebook group, I'll leave a link in the description, and then you can come in and ask me to go through videos like this as well and see, might help you. And I'm a member of a lot of different alert services, and I'm reviewing them pretty much non-stop, which is crazy. But fun. Alright, so Bullseye Unlimited, this is my review. I gave an overview of like roughly what goes on in there, but honestly it might be easier just to go in and kind of show you what you get with this. This video might be a little boring because I'm going to go through each trade individually and just go through and show you like how it's working and that kind of thing. But before I get started, let me just show you the menu for Bullseye Unlimited. So you get all this stuff. There's lots of good option videos and things. There's a trading journal, but unfortunately it's not working, so this would have made my life much easier in this video, is just to show you the trading journal, right? But when I click on it, it just blanks, so it's a little frustrating. I haven't been following whether he's updating that or changing the program they're using. We'll see how that goes. If they start doing that a bit more and it's updated, I'll just start posting and doing videos about the trading journal, because that's easier, right? Instead of me going through each one. But in this case, I'll go through since the start of the year. So looking through the feed, now Bullseye Unlimited gives 3 trades a day, but you don't have to take them all. Let me just see how far down this goes. Yeah, so this was the 4th. Yeah, so there's 3 trades a day. They seem to come out around midday, so you get an email saying, hey, this is what I'm looking at. And these emails are really what's also in the dashboard here. And so this one was just about BTU. That was the weekly Bullseye trade. So DXCM. Let me see where we get up to the new stuff. Let's see. Just scrolling up here to see if I can get to the top. So you can see there's a lot of stuff that comes out on Bullseye Unlimited. Too much to take all of them, so you really might want to just do what Jeff does, or make your own decisions. Okay, so here is January 5th. So this is the first Bullseye Unlimited email of 2023 in the new year. So let's go through it, see how things are doing. These are swing trades, so just because they're doing well now or they're not doing well now, it doesn't mean they won't in the future. And again, that's what makes this service so hard to review, because like, how long do I wait? Do I show you trades that are working now, like from a week ago, or you know what I mean? It's pretty difficult. The best I can do though is show you what's in the dashboard right now. So let's get started. So on January 5th, he put out calls on Matt, calls on TMAS, and puts on CMI. So if we go into my my TOS here, Let's just do like 5 days, 5 minutes, make it a bit easier to see. So just looking at the dates here. So obviously the markets were shut a lot of the time for the holidays. So here's January 5th right here. And so let's just kind of look here. And so it's only been like 2 or 3, this is the 3rd trading day. We had the weekend in here. So let's have a look what we're at. So he's looking at calls on Met. If you'd bought calls on Met around lunchtime, you'd be about break even now. Did it hit the price target? Let's have a look. Let's see. So much to go through here. Calls on Met. So he gives an outline of each one. So here's Met. So here are the stats for Met. So the stop is below 70 and the first target is 74.50. So let's see what it did. So it didn't hit the 74.50, it got up to almost 74 though, so my guess is people will be starting to take profits up here. It still hasn't stopped out, so it kind of gives you an idea. This would have been quite a big move, and I know for me, once it starts to get close to the target on these things, I'd probably be taking profits. So for me, personally, overnight, this would be a win for me. Not sure if Jeff played it like that or not. Let's look at TMUS, which is the second one you put on last week. TMUS. Switch to TMUS here. Wow, TMUS did a lot better, so, or at least it looks like it did. Well, I guess the alert came out around here, and so he was looking at calls on TMUS. Let's see if it hit the target yet. So TMUS, target is 150, stop is 134. Yeah, so we hit the 150 target today on TMUS. So the second one worked really well. I'm not looking at the contracts here, just the underlying. I mean, we could look at the contract really quick and see like what sort of percent gain that would mean. So it was the January 20th, $147 calls. January 20th, $147 calls, which are here. Wow, they're up pretty big. So they're at $4 odd. Let's have a look and see. Just send them to my TOS charts really quick. Yeah, so this one would have been a huge winner. Around about, this is the 5th. So from about sort of like the 160, 170s got in, and they're at 450. So a massive winner on that one. So that one was pretty good. So I would say Jeff is spot on so far. The first two have been decent. That one obviously been a lot better. Let's look at the last one, CMI, or is it the last one? Oh yeah, that's from, this is so confusing, there's so much information. So let's look at CMI. CMI also a massive winner. So I can see why Jeff is saying he's on fire at the moment. So the stock went from 236 all the way up to 247. So CMI. So we're not quite hitting the, well, target's 230. So yeah, we're well above target 1. Oh, these are puts. That's interesting. So actually he's totally off on this one. These are puts. So he actually is getting wrecked on this one. So the stop would have been 250. Oh, actually, well, he's not getting wrecked, but the stop is pretty close now. So this one isn't working yet for him. So those were puts. So depends which ones you take, I guess. Those are the three. Let's look at this one. Try to figure out where all this is. To buy calls. Trying to see. Just trying to see where the 4th starts. It looks like some of these in this email are updates from the 4th. So, or from earlier swings from the end of last year. So got to be kind of careful here. So I guess I just went through the last 3 CMI, TMUS, and MET that were issued on the the 5th. And so out of those, I don't know which ones he took or if he took any of them. I could try looking through the alerts here and see if there are any signs of that. Sweet Bullseye trades, Octane, Botcat calls, high Octane. Sometimes this doesn't go back quite far enough to see. So I'm just looking at the 5th here, round about the time that he sends stuff out. Yeah, so on the 5th I'm not seeing any actual buy alerts from him. So it might be that he didn't take any of these last few trades. But this whole thing, like, I like Jeff, I like Weekly Bullseye, but Bullseye Unlimited is just getting kind of too complex for me, especially to do reviews like this, because it's so hard to go through each trade and to figure out if he's in them or whatnot. So I do like it. I think it's a good service. I think his thought processes are good. There's some good courses in here. But at this point, it might just be too much for people to handle, in my opinion. So hopefully that gives you some idea, Glen. Sorry I can't be more help with it, but it is what it is. There's not, as far as I can see, there isn't really a long track record here. Hopefully I haven't missed it. I don't think so. Let me look at getting started and see if there's a way to look back over all of these. Just looking at the starting things, so the live trading room available. Yeah, so there's a live trading room, the Octane scanner, another unlisted would be my favorite trade ideas every day. Yeah, so this is part of the problem. The top targets thing is what I was just looking at, and they're limited. So we could look at January 6th ones. So I looked at January 5th, and then so there's the January 6th ones. The only problem is they haven't had any time to work. So let's have a quick look though. They're probably, because these are swing trades, we can look through MOS. Let's look at MOS and see how it's doing. So this is from January 6th. So you see how like we've had the weekend basically overnight. So this would be where the alert came out. So MOS $45 calls near $2. So first target is 50. Not quite at 50 yet, but we have gone up. So that's good. See what I mean though? This is kind of wishy-washy, but it's the best I can really do. STLD, let's have a quick look at that one. Again, it's only been like one night, so hard to say. This one came out around about here on the 6th. Hasn't really done much, so kind of boring. But these are often 1 to 2 week holds, which is what's making this hard. Let's see. Have a quick look at the last one from Friday, which is INSP. And so about break even, let's just check that those were calls as well. Oh no, they're puts. So I gotta be careful here. Jeff tends towards calls, but sometimes he does puts. So the first two there were calls, which was good, and now he's looking at it puts for INSP. So INSP is down a little bit, kind of flat right now. But again, overnight it's so hard to tell. Yeah, so trying my best here to answer this question about has it been a good time recently. And the answer is really, from what I can see, the data is lacking a little bit, but there was some good trades last week. Is really the best I can do. Sorry I can't be more help, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.